and the guy pumps my chair. You know, Now, fellas, you gotta watch where the barber stops the pump. Because this particular day, the barber stopped the pump around ball level. His balls.
One day I was watching Whoopi Goldberg on Broadway. And she was fresh, like nobody really knew who she was. And I saw this woman, and I'm like, wow, she's really funny. And she did this imitating a valley girl, and she had put the towel on her head, and she was doing like that. And, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God! And I remember I saw that, and I was like, I'm gonna try it in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. So I went in the bathroom and put the towel on my head and started doing the same thing. And my mom was like, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere and get out the toilet, get, you know.
But women always do this. She looking around, she finds these pictures on the wall of kids. You fucking lied to me again. What now? You said you ain't have any kids. I don't have any kids in New Jersey. They live with their mother in North Carolina. You got to go. You got to go.
Fine light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy when you hold me.
Hi guys, welcome to Indie Dreams, a show for indie artists, entrepreneurs, and businesswomen and men. Check us out every Monday on SOR, Boss Women Inc. YouTube channel to find out who's popping, for tips in the industry on how to grow in your field, how to grow in your industry. And I also have 3 special guests, the hilariously funny comedians who've performed in places like the Stress Factory, the Laugh Factory, Caroline's, and also
Comedy Store LA.
Please welcome Hassan Baby Boy Oliver, Kodi Mechele, and CJ Craxx. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
We good. Need a little coffee. I'll be better.
Yeah.
I meant to bring coffee and donuts and everything.
Oh,
so sorry.
it's okay. Now I don't drink coffee because that get me too hyped up, and I'm already hyped up for no reason.
Okay, we thought it would be fun to start off with a game. Have you guys ever played Never Have I Ever?
Yep, I sure have, and I got in trouble. No, I'm joking.
Never have I ever played Never Have I
No.
Ever.
I'm a rookie to this.
Okay, so here's the rules to the game. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I need you to be honest, okay?
All right.
And if you have done it, then you'd put up the side where it says, I have.
Okay.
If you've never done it, then you'd put up the opposite side. I have never.
I have never done this guy. I swear.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Never have I ever checked my mate's phone without their permission.
I have.
Shit. Got me.
So I'm the only one that's not nosy.
I mean, you know.
I checked it last night.
What is?
It got crazy. I had to use that thumb while she was asleep like that.
You know, you just kind of look over a little bit.
You gotta check.
But never will I ever do it again.
Yeah.
I saw that pic. That ain't mine.
Yo, you right. Years ago.
Saw that pic like,
You know what she told me? My friend sent it to me so her boyfriend would check her phone. So now you had it for 2 days?
I think with me, and I would never do it again, when you can see a text, you know, and it's like.
What kind of pic was yours?
It was no pic, it's the text. I don't care about the pics, it's the text, because that's deep. Why y'all talking like that? Why y'all saying intimate things? How come you saying those things to this person, but you ain't never said that to me? Like, you know, stuff like, I'm going to go ahead and clean the house. I'm dating a girl, she ain't never cleaned no damn house. How come you saying that to this? You giving them pipe dreams, man. Clean my house. Lazy bitch. No, I'm joking. I shouldn't, not bad. By the way, I like women.
I do too.
Well, I guess I will have never do you.
Okay, so the next question. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. I have never sexted or sexted the wrong person.
I have.
Never. I make sure that thing going to the right person. I'd be scared it might go to my mom.
I
double check on that.
Yeah, I texted stuff to my father. He was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, that was," but it wasn't like sexy stuff. But it was enough information he shouldn't have known about. You know.
So you sexted the wrong person, or you just sexted?
That's the wrong person. Because you know, you put names in your phone, you don't put the number. Like Kathy 2, that's the church girl.
So you have to behave for the church girl.
I have to be like, look, I have to pull it to the side. Like, look, man, I apologize.
All right, question 3. During a night of partying, have you ever posted a wild status on Facebook and forgot about it, and then woke up to multiple crazy comments?
Damn, I the only. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm a Scorpio. We're private about our shit. Okay.
I can say I've done that. So
I went on a rant one time. I don't know how.
I feel like you do rants,
I think
man.
I remember one morning I just went crazy, man.
I feel like you do rants.
I'm talking about 3 hours, just Facebook. People call like, "You alright?" I was mad. My girl was right next to me too. It was all about her.
wow.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Wait, what did you? Do you remember what you post?
Nah.
You still got the post? Let's go check your shit now.
I took them all down, but people was concerned about,
It was worried.
Wow.
if I was alright. They almost tried to send me to rehab.
That's what I was gonna say. Was you high? It's okay.
Slightly.
Okay, that's cool. You know.
Okay, so 2 more questions. Never have I ever forgot my lines on stage.
Ooh wee. I think we all did.
Yeah, of course. That's
that leads to a bomb.
it. You know, when you forget, because you have this thing in your head, you have so much you want to say, and then when you forget, you're like, oh shit. So, but that's when you go to the audience and make jokes.
Right.
But how long can you make a joke for if it's early in the set?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On an audience member, but definitely that happens all the time. But that definitely, and I would say when all lead to a bomb. I think it depends on how you do it. So if you, but like I said, I feel like it depends on how early in the set. You know,
So, what would you say to someone who forgot their lines during a comedy show or?
Don't drink promethazine and codeine before.
This one here, you was on the rant again.
Well, listen, I was actually sick and I got called to fill in for somebody, but I thought I could do it.
I remember.
I had took I had took the codeine and promethazine, but then
man.
it came down on me when I was on the stage. So the crowd was just looking. I was like,
It was like, damn.
I was like, there's that little nod, like,
Yeah.
That's the truth. If
It
you
was like,
really,
give it up for CJ.
Yeah, take him off the stage. He's out of here.
if you uninfluenced or something, you're more likely to forget. You get taught that in like class, like don't drink before you go on stage, because that can happen.
Celebrate your good set.
I took some
celebrate
shots
before it.
and my brain froze. I was the headliner.
Wow.
This when Ebola came out. The funniest thing I said was, "Well, I think I got Ebola tonight."
Yeah, I mean, I used to drink and do a lot of stuff years ago before sets because it relaxed me.
Before
but now,
sex?
What did I say? I'm tired.
No.
That's it.
You know
That
what?
too. Before
I'm actually
sex.
glad I didn't ask you guys that question because I was the first one was actually going to be, have you ever was drunk on stage? So good thing I never asked you that.
That's part of the entertainment.
No, that's part of the entertainment. But like,
Getting saucy.
I've definitely done that. But the fact is, now I don't because it does put you in a different zone. So, you know.
Okay, so this one right here, this is something that I think would be good for comedians. But never have I ever told a joke and no one laughed on stage.
Yeah.
And no one laughed.
Of course.
So what did you do when you told a joke and just no one laughed? How did you feel? Like, what did you do?
I laughed to make it somebody got to laugh, so I laugh. Some jokes go over people's heads. Some jokes you think are funny to yourself, and you just don't think them all the way through, or you might not have the right audience to understand the joke. So,
Right, the right demographic.
yeah, so it might just get some silence. But sometimes silence is also good because people are listening.
Right.
So, you got to just understand what your silence is.
Right. I did remember when you went on stage one day and you said, yeah, you're black comedian. The black one came out. Remember when you were talking about that? Yeah.
You got them. Yeah.
Yeah, got them.
I found a way to make it, if it don't work. I
Right.
use a joke. If it don't get laughs, I say, well, that's funny. I did it in front of my grandmother today, and she deaf.
Yeah,
and,
there you go.
And they were like, wow, they know it didn't work, but I just made it work. So you got to play it off.
Right.
Like CJ said, the silence is they want to hear you build on it.
Right.
Because, you know what I'm saying, that's just the growth.
Or what I've done is I've, made fun of myself. Where I've been like, when I was in Brooklyn with the Caribbeans, and I'm thinking stuff's funny. And
Oh, that's tough.
Brooklyn. They just looked at me, so I said, thank you, Brooklyn, for the charcoal. And they started laughing. They said, ha ha ha. I'm thinking, like, that wasn't funny, but I had to play it off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You never want to let them see you be, like, nervous about
right.
The Caribbeans don't laugh at nothing.
I could imagine.
Nothing. They just stare at you, and they can be laughing inside.
Some Caribbeans.
Right, and they'll just be like, and you be like, okay.
They'll stare at you.
They'll just stare, but they think you're funny. They just don't really laugh at nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So moving forward with the interview, Kodi, you've been working on a few Instagram skits. What I noticed, I know one of your common skits is the bodega BS.
Oh, bodega bullshit.
Right.
Yes.
And then also, you also did one yesterday that I noticed about Meek Mills.
Oh, my homeboy Corey Woods. Big ups. He was twirling. I never knew that man could twirl like that. Yes, yes. I there's a lot of things going on with social media where it's this trend where everybody's doing all these skits and stuff, and it's done a particular way. I'm not down with the trend. I just do what I feel at the time. And if I see something funny or whatever, or something comes in my head, I'm gonna do it. The bodega bullshit basically is this bodega around my corner with a little fat boy, and me and him, it was by accident, we started doing some skits, little stuff, funny stuff, and I start using that because I think he's funny. I don't care if nobody else thinks it's funny, and I post it. The thing that Meek Mill, my boy Corey Woods, was at a fashion thing, and this man was twirling. It's at Corey Woods is where it's at. It was twirling, like he was twirling. He had no skates on. I never seen a man twirl like that. So I had got the idea. I was like, cause Meek Mill was so happy coming out of jail. I said, I know he was twirling like Corey Woods was. So I had put that up there, and that's how stuff. That's how I do my skits. I just do it when I'm in the mood. I don't do it because this person or that person. I don't care who's doing what. It's about me and what I feel at that time is funny to me.
You guys are all big on skits, right?
I'm not, but I just came up on last night. I was at the movie theater and I saw an old crackhead that used to be around my way, but she don't get high anymore. So she was looking real good, and I was proud of her. She told me she was on a date. She just met somebody online. So I thought of like an online dating site for ex-crackheads called 2for15.com.
Yo, that's dope, man.
Like you got to check off. Like, do you smoke? And on this one, the check off is, what do you smoke? Newports, Marlboro, what do you drink? You know what I'm saying? E&J,
that's funny. That's funny.
Your drug of choice, heroin, cocaine, weed. So you can put all the drug addicts together, and they don't judge you on 2for15.com.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. Oh, and the skit too. Were you responsible for making that skit about the unwritten rules of the barbershop? When the man was in the chair.
Oh, and the way with the ball, I saw that, and the ball, and then
like
doing so that was funny.
That's something that usually happens to a lot of people in the barbershop. So now I'm just trying to bring an awareness to how to sit in that barber chair. Keep your hands inside. Don't put them on that armrest, because these barbers will try to get a ball rub off.
Oh my goodness.
What about you? Any skits lately?
My last, I'm not a skinny guy.
He thermal highs though.
I got an off. What's the word? Off character called thermal highs.
Oh, I saw that.
I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Anywhere you go, guys from Newark gonna wear thermal all year round.
Summertime.
Thermals and Timbs, yeah. And white people call it overalls.
What were they wearing in Brooklyn?
Not overall.
They ain't wearing that. They ain't wearing that shit.
I said Newark.
Oh, okay.
You'll see a guy in LA with thermals on. That's just what we do. So the character I called was thermal highs. I go everywhere with just thermals on, nothing else. I'm walking in stores, I'm out barbecuing with thermals on.
and I'm unemployed. You know what I'm saying? That's my off
Martin
character.
Lawrence shit, man. When he was
Yeah.
So check out the skits there.
Yeah, that's funny. But I ain't gonna be on all day doing skits for
yeah,
y'all.
that's another
breaking
thing.
my
Like,
neck and dying my phone.
Yeah, that's
What are
another
your
thing.
Instagrams, by the way?
Craxx Comedy, Craxx Comedy.
Comedian Kodi Mechele, COMEDIENNEKODIMECHELE. She'll put it up at comedian Kodi Mechele. You'll find me, Kodi Mechele.
Okay.
I am Hassan Oliver. I got a Muslim first name and a white last name.
That's
it's
cool
easy.
though. Then your credit be good at the end. You know, you get.
Ali Moon.
So with Hassan, I noticed that you were talking on YouTube about growing up in the foster care, which I realized that Tiffany Haddish also identifies with. How does your past contribute to the comedian you are today? How does your comedy reflect, being in foster care, growing up in Newark, growing up in that type of environment? How does your comedy reflect that?
At a young age, it helped me identify and deal with different nationalities, like white, Asian. There was all type of kids in those foster homes. And just growing up, going through that, learning, if I did that when I was young, anything we doing in the entertainment, I can't be afraid to do it because I already survived the hardest task as a young kid of seeing all this and getting bounced around. You always get the feeling like don't nobody want me.
Right.
So like you on stage saying, if I could go through that, I don't give a damn if y'all don't laugh. I'm funny, I done been through it already. So what I let it do with my comedy, I just let it bring all the best out of me, like if I can on stage. And just, it's all about giving back, because I was given a chance for another life for the lady who raised me.
Right.
So it's like a lot of people don't ever get that chance. So for comedy, man, I just try to keep it inside me and just keep moving forward.
And I saw that you showed also your biological mom and your foster care mom.
I had to chase her ass down. She wanted some money too. My biological mother, she wanted some bread.
Really?
Yeah, she hit me up like, how much you gonna give me for that scene? But it was crazy, man. Geneva. She ain't come to the premiere. Cause what's up with that bag? Like my foster mother, she's like, some women, I learned too, some women are just natural breeders. Some just gonna be a mother to you.
Right.
And the lady who raised me took me in like, look, you my son now.
Exactly.
I actually was with a white family first, and she's like, nah, they're about to take me to Florida. So they reached out to the family, like, anybody want to try to take cousin, me taking Hassan to Florida. I'd have been on some carts and shit. But you know what? It was probably destined for me to stay. This was drawn for me to live this way.
Right.
So it was different, man. It was.
So do you call your humor dark humor? And when you make fun of like hard times, do you feel like that works for you?
Nah, it wasn't dark, man. Cause we had a good. My mother brought us up right. We probably had the best house on the block, but we had the best house, and she brought us up good. Christmases and all that, so it wasn't no dark humor. It was just how it was growing up in the hood.
Right.
I ain't got no dark humor about that shit.
Well, not about that particular, but I'm saying because I know when Tiffany Haddish was talking about using those examples, sometimes she was talking about the things she went through.
The dark humor part comes from just when families don't want you.
Right.
That's to be still to this day. Like, I don't like to get told no or get out.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
That's the darkest humor. You remember those. Like, families, you remember things, you remember as kids when adults tell you stuff and it's mean to you. So you can imagine somebody saying, well, I don't want Hassan no more. Let's take his ass back. Can you imagine that? You remember that? Like, all right, that's the dark humor.
Well, we want you. We want you.
Yeah,
you better. I know you don't want me like that, but
I mean, you never know. You never know in life. You never know.
CJ, we gonna flip it back today.
I ain't talking about 2 on 1, motherfucker.
Size it up.
This
We
one
already
here.
got 215.com. Flip it back.
I be like, ah.
Okay, well, CJ. Yeah. CJ Craxx or CJ? What do you call you?
Whichever.
Okay. In your bio, it said that you were the writer for Heart of the City. Tell me about this and this project. Did you get to work with Kevin Hart?
Yeah. We was on season 2, Patterson, New Jersey, Heart of the City. It was just a fortunate situation. They chose 4 comedians to be on Kevin Hart's Heart of the City. I wasn't actually picked originally. There was a 4th pick that wasn't a citizen. and they had to let him go. So
that wasn't a citizen
of the United States.
Oh wow!
So he couldn't get paid, therefore he couldn't perform. So out of the grace of God, I was the next one on the list, and
wow.
I did my thing, had a good time. It was dope. Kevin was a cool person.
Is he actually? Is he always telling jokes in person?
Well, actually, the day we did the shooting was the day before the cheating scandal came out. So he was a little stressed.
Oh wow!
You could tell something was going on, but we didn't know till the day after. So he was a little stressed on the set. So to come find out the next day, he was going through some things. But the rest of the Plastic Cup boys, Joey Wells and Naeem, they're cool people. So the whole experience was dope.
Oh, that's good. All right, so moving forward, I know as comedians, you guys always talk about trending topics. You guys talk about what's going on and observe what's going on in the news. And
uh-oh, here we go.
Yep, I got something for you.
Crunch time.
Favorite part.
Are you familiar with the Cosby case? Cosby case?
Yes, definitely.
I know it was a big uproar about that. For those of you who don't know what happened, Bill Cosby was convicted Thursday. Of
I'm
drug.
laughing at that, but it's funny.
I am. Damn. Okay.
Okay, Bill Cosby was convicted Thursday of drugging and molesting a woman, and he was found guilty on all 3 accounts of aggravated assault. Was Cosby anyone's inspiration growing up, and how did you guys feel about that?
Yeah, definitely mine. Definitely my inspiration growing up. And matter of fact, a lot of my techniques that he used, I use. I mean, my main is Whoopi Goldberg, of course, but Bill was somebody I definitely looked up to.
Right.
In that, what I see what's going on. I mean, listen, I don't condone what he did. Hey, but I'm just glad they did it after everything. After this man's about halfway dead and blind, because I don't care what anybody says. The Cosby Show and what Bill Cosby did for everybody, for the community and everybody. He brought a lot of people together, and if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would even be halfway the comedian that I am. So people can say what they want about him, whatever. It wasn't right. I had my opinions on it, and I don't mind speaking it. My opinions on it is that, listen, he did what he did. He admitted to it. But at the same time, we are talking about the 70s. Right. We are talking about, times when people were doing a lot of drugs. I'm not saying it was right what he did.
Right.
But also... And I'm not saying, those women knew when they were going back to his place, it was a come up.
Right.
I mean, he was a married man. I'm not saying what he did was right, but
they could have used that to their advantage.
They could have used it to advantage. So you talking about 40 some odd years later? Okay, no problem. I can't remember what happened 2 weeks ago. But you know what? Thank God it happened now. Whatever's gonna happen to him, but we were able to be blessed with what he put out, which is still genius. Regardless, the man was a genius, so you can't take that away from him.
Right.
He still is a genius. So that's my speak on it. And I still look up to him in a sense of his craft. Anything separate his personal life, I don't know that.
I mean, nothing ever on TV was like 8 o'clock on a Thursday night with the Cosbys and your family. That was just something that you had to run home. I remember running home like Thursday night. You had to get home and watch the Cosby Show. As far as a comic, Bill, I mean, I never really was, a Bill Cosby fan on the comedy side, but what he did as far as bringing the family together, even if it was just for that half hour on Thursday night, nothing that could never be duplicated for what he did. And he was generous, because nowadays I wouldn't give a chick none of my drugs, so they was very fortunate. All that shit is mine. So I slip my own self a Mickey, you know what I'm saying? I wake up, I don't know where my thumb gonna be.
Oh my God. Yeah, because the thumb is really there.
Right on up in there.
Bill, man, you know what? It's a race thing too. Sad to say, anytime you out here as a brother and you start making in the world, these white women's gonna come harder than the sisters. And every time a brother get caught up, I'm not lying, 90% of the time it's a Caucasian woman that's going for the gusto. They trained to do this. I've heard it. I heard a white girl said they're trained to do certain things. Bill he was 47-3. Out of 50, he got 3 counts. That's a good record for the NBA. But you can never, like CJ said, it was wrong. He didn't kill nobody. The man had a sex problem. R. Kelly had a sex problem. Who wouldn't have a sex problem? The Clinton had a sex problem. Trump got a sex problem.
There you go.
It's just sex. And it's about money. And let me just top it off like this. Until he wanted to buy NBC, all of this came out.
There you go.
Right.
I'll leave
And I
it at
did
that.
see that.
There you go.
When Oprah was ready to buy a channel, she played it smart and said, you know what? I'm going to just make my own. He should have made it like a Cosby thing. They don't never want you. He was going to be on top of the Jews.
Yeah.
So let's go dig up. Come on, man. He slept up. So what? He did that. But they just had to do something.
That would have put him over a billionaire right there.
He's a black man. He did a lot. He gave over almost $1 billion to colleges. And you're going to just say he did something to a woman over a little drugs? Whatever, man. Bill, you still my boy.
Yeah, shout out to Bill Cosby.
We all gave. You remember Spanish Fly, CJ?
Oh, yeah.
If that case, we all should go to jail. I done slipped the females in Spanish Fly so we could dance all night.
There you go.
I used to have this cologne on like a fur boat. When they smell that thing, they be like, ooh.
It's kind of sexual.
Are you thinking about that right now?
I used to make a little trail.
I'm gonna watch out for you. Let me get near him.
Bill just got greedy, man.
I got it on now.
One thing I was thinking though also is that Vince said that he could possibly get 10 years, and you said that you're glad that they waited till he was 80. But then I'm thinking that if he's older now and he's deaf, it's legally deaf. Is it?
He's legally blind.
Legally blind.
He don't even know.
They should throw that man in jail.
Look, this man still got a lot of money. Okay.
House arrest.
Have house
Let him
arrest.
just die in the house.
Just die. Like, come on. Let it be. You know what I mean? Let it be. Let it be.
I do feel sorry for the women if they felt as though that he was taking advantage. But like she said, this is Bill Cosby. If Halle Berry called me over to her house and said, let's talk about some scripts, she I'm assuming something will happen.
Thank you.
She gonna want me to hit.
I mean, that was the thing. These women, he's asking them to come over. They know he was married. What, in general, if a man's asking you to come over, what you think gonna happen?
Right. Exactly.
Well, I mean, in the defense of the women, if it was that easy, he wouldn't have to slip them no drugs.
I didn't say. Listen, they were all doing drugs then. Look, they were all doing drugs. Okay, I'm not saying in the defense for the women, it still wasn't right. You still shouldn't be slipping roofies. Because he Bill Cosby. He could have just got
something in the air.
Right, but he had a problem. He has a problem.
I'm glad it was Bill, not Cleo Huxtable.
But you know what? I'm thinking too that the rest of the people who worked around him, none of them were raped. They all admitted that they weren't raped.
Right.
The people who worked with him on the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
So what's bothering me is that who are these random people that
a lot of these women who wanted to come up.
I want to see what they're gonna do to Harvey Weinstein now.
Right, exactly. There you go. They ain't gonna do anything. So
he's young enough to go do time.
Right, but like I said, I feel definitely sorry for the women. But once again,
So for the next topic, right? Kanye West. So Kanye West, we're used to him with the Twitter rants and going off and things of that nature. That's just Kanye. But recently in the news, Twitter, Kanye West posted a Twitter post praising Donald Trump on Twitter for wearing a Make America Great Again hat, and then also criticizing President Obama. He said Obama was in the office for years and he did nothing in Chicago, and Chicago has not changed at all. He also wrote that he continued, "You don't have to agree with everything, but the mob can't make me not love him." So he also said, "We both are dragon energy. He is my brother. I love everyone. I don't agree with everything, but that's what makes us individuals, and we have the right to independent thought." So what do you think about that? Like, because everybody just had this it was so much backlash on Twitter. Everybody's calling Kanye. He lost actually a large percentage of his following. So what do you guys think?
Well, listen, Kanye ain't do nothing for Chicago.
Nothing.
Okay.
He got money and he from the Chi. He ain't do nothing, so he's wrong there. He's entitled to his own opinion. And you also know he got an album coming out. This just Ye being Ye. So
true.
This is his way of promoting. So it's nothing out of the normal for Kanye West.
I mean, I don't know why everybody seems shocked, I like Kanye. Kanye is entitled to his opinion. But Kanye also is a very smart, intelligent man. Because Kanye, every time Kanye about to drop something, he come out with some rant, crazy stuff. And guess what? People do buy his stuff.
They do. And
people go to his concerts. So he knows what he's doing. And Kanye, but furthermore, doesn't, you know, I listen, he's an individual. And, you know, it's something I saw on something Whoopi Goldberg said. If you want to be yourself and everything in this industry, you got to be able to take the criticisms, take people hating you, take people disliking you, take people, you know, all the stuff, the people that angst people. You know, Kanye don't care. He's like, I'm Kanye, this is me, whatever. But you know, at the end of the day, people still buying his sneakers, people still gonna buy his albums, and he's still gonna make money. And he knows what he's doing. Point blank.
It's publicity stuff, basically.
I feel like Twitter's publicity, social media, that's what it's used for. Because guess what? People are still going to his page. People are still retweeting what he's doing. I bet you once he dropped the album, that's what social media people use that for. What do we look at
Whose
social
lips
media?
you got on your neck?
First of all,
it ain't your lips.
Kanye is married to a Kardashian. These people are the #1 family in the world, know how to generate controversy. And he knew how to do that before he got with them. So at the end of the day, you're Kanye, your wife is Kim. This would even go back to the heights of the ring. They're always going to be like an Ocean 11, 13 with Kanye. Yeah. That's all it is. And if he feel that way, he's just talking that way. He probably don't even like Trump. But you know what? Trump is the #1 topic on Twitter. So why not keep Trump in your category? Right, so actually, it's a good idea.
It's smart.
It's a 50 Cent marketing idea.
Or Beyonce and Jay-Z marketing idea.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Kanye probably home just
laughing, just laughing and smiling.
But that song he put out last night. That song he put his first song out last night. You gotta pull it up. You heard it? See?
What was this? What? He put you guys drop something?
Shoopity shoot, whoopity whoop. The lyrics is terrible. Kanye just dropped the song last night.
Really?
Whoopity whoop. Stop shoopity shoot. My daughter was dancing to it.
Oh yeah, the mumble rappers like
Whoopity whoop. Yeah. So he know the beat crazy, but the whoopity shoopity whoop.
It's awful.
Why would he even? That's not even the era.
It's Kanye. It's
you know.
He won over me because I'm talking about it. You can't help it.
Right.
He's doing is whoopity shoopity whoop.
Now see, look at that. Now I'm gonna look at it. He gonna look at it, and then I'm gonna probably put it on some skit or something. Just talk. I don't know.
Kanye just going through it.
Hey, bad attention, good attention is all attention.
His wife, if his wife backs him up, whatever. Because if I go on a rant and my wife don't back me up, something wrong.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
So what projects are you guys currently working on?
This one.
Oh yes, any project we could get. I mean I was on an improv show, See Lights Live. I just want to give them big ups, even though I have departed from them to find more of my creative ability. But right now I'm working on a one-woman show. Also, I have a book that'll be coming out. I don't know when, but it's already written. Hopefully by the end of the year. And I'm also will be focusing on doing a short film.
Short film. Okay.
Yeah, just show me real short, like 10 minutes.
Like a porno.
That's it.
Not a porno.
That's just.
Why it gotta be a porno?
That's what.
Cause he want to see me naked. He know I got the vibe. No, but no, that's
she
right.
She get Stormy Daniels to feature in it with you.
But no, that's what's popping off right now. And then other stuff comes
Stormy
up too.
Daniels did Beyonce. You remember?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh man.
So
what you got? See what you got coming up?
Look out for Hood Prankster movie. Also got a movie called 2 Minutes of Fame with Cat Williams and Jay Farrow coming out in the fall. I'll also be on season 2 of Laugh Tracks on True TV, shooting in Chicago May 20th. Okay. And I also have a web show, sports radio show on Nonfiction Radio. Comes on every Sunday from 9 to 11. 10 to 12. Called The Score. We just grinding, and aside from that, me and Haas just keep doing these rooms out here and all over.
So I'm gonna keep checking your page for updates.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, congratulations for that, both of you guys. Mm-hmm. And also, I did notice too on your page you had a show coming up. You said you had a show.
Show or a movie?
It was a show people were supposed to call in on Saturday. To talk to you.
That was like last week I did with Purnell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was something.
Oh, you was on the Purnell?
Yeah.
Shout out to
Purnell.
Holla at P Dollar.
I got about 3. Some more episodes on ID channel, the Discovery joint. Mm-hmm. I start shooting another prank with I think this time with LB.
Was it DraftKings?
Yeah.
So
I got a writing credit for that now. So the last one we did with Joel and B, like I kind of went in there and it was dope. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing a third one probably with either, well I could say it now, probably LeBron or a hockey player. Mm-hmm. And then I'm still, my movie, The Real Employee Comedian, I'm still showing that. I'm not giving that up.
And I saw you did one with Odell Beckham, right?
Yeah, that one crazy.
Do you know I'm Odell Beckham's biggest fan?
For real?
Yes.
Yeah, you like Odell?
ODB? That one right there was like, you working one of the top athletes in the world. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. I didn't know who he was going to be. I thought it was going to be somebody else. Mm-hmm. And athletes got to stay athletes. Like, because they thought he was going, like, as comics, that's how great we are. They thought he was going to, like, lead the whole way. He wasn't. He didn't know how to act.
Really?
We was in there. They saw me coaching, whatever. They was like, you know what? I think that right there made them say we need him back more. Mm-hmm. And he just was like, it was dope. We up to like 5 million now.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was cool, man. So, that, the movie, the ID channel, and just keep eating the circuit.
So keep checking them out for updates. They have a lot of projects, ongoing projects.
Check it out. We out here. Jersey boys, Brooklyn, Jersey.
Yeah, we grinding everything.
What you got coming
happening.
up?
Well, yeah, what you got coming up? Let's talk to her. What you got coming up?
Well, right now, currently, I'm still writing for EJL Magazine with Yandy Smith. They still having a
nice.
Ongoing. I'm feature writing an entertainment section, and I'm also writing a book. That'll be coming out shortly within a year or so. Okay. And I'm just working on Indie Dreams, working on building up, a bigger following, and to give advice for up and coming independent artists. This is myself,
Right.
I got a book too,
You got a book too?
Yeah, it's called From Crack to Craxx. It just talks about documents my life from being a dude that hustled on the streets to changing all that, from killing people to killing people on the stage. You know what I'm saying? So going from crack to Craxx, and my motto is not cracks as in coke, it's cracks as in jokes. Now get your fix.
I remember when you first said that on stage, you had to find a way for it.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so tips for up and coming comedians, performers,
I don't
entertainers.
got no tips.
Well, one thing that
I'm playing.
I got it.
As a woman, since we do a lot of the audience, we have a mixture, but some, as a woman, I know we were talking about sexual harassment and women having it harder in the industry as a problem. I know CJ, you interviewed somebody about that.
Right.
And someone interviewed. I'm sorry. And you talked about sexual harassment in the industry for women being a problem for comedians, and also the gender pay gap. Do you feel as though this is a real problem for women comedians, women performers, like as far as getting hit on, have to worry about men coming on to them and they can't, maybe charging them or not, thinking they're going to get something out of it?
Well, I think with women, what stems from most comedian comics is that they feel like the joke has to be sex related. Mm-hmm. So when the jokes are about sex, you get people that kind of like want to know more about that sex life you're talking about. So they get pushed up on it. I mean, they obviously outnumbered by the men in the game. Mm-hmm. So I think people push it to the edge, and put females in an uncomfortable situation. I know I do, because I'm just a nasty dude anyway. I put all females in an uncomfortable situation. So, I mean, just joking though, but I think that females absolutely are at a disadvantage. And even in the pay scale, I think, it's unfortunate. Me and Haas try to always have a female on the show and always pay absolutely for position, for the position as opposed to the gender. So if you're a guest or your headliner, you're gonna get we working on. We put it together.
We
putting it together. You know what you got to do backstage, though.
my God.
See, you talk about that. You talk about that.
Stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying?
But I know that's why I like to interview
He was
people.
talking about just giving everybody
But
water.
whatever, you know, we talk about
that
it.
wet
I'm voluntary. I'm good.
Well, do you feel like there's a gender pay gap? And also, just recently, I know this is an older situation, but you know, Monique, when she was talking about being lowball, like, what do you think about that?
As far as like the Monique situation and or just in general, like
She was saying the pay, yeah.
Of course, yeah. I mean, women, we always have it harder. We always have to work harder than the men. Especially now with everybody with the sexuality. Everybody's sexuality is different. You know, I have no problem admitting that I do like women.
And man,
I used to, but y'all got on my nerves. But
you ran across that anaconda that sent you back, man. That black snake moan.
Yo ass, see, I can't. You get me off this. I'm trying to talk to her.
I'm sorry.
This is why.
Let us not digress.
We getting a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean it is something you have to continually work hard for. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it is. It's definitely there. You know, you gotta show more of your creativity, more opposed to the male. I mean, that's the way it always is, and that's anything, whether it's stand-up comedy, office, whatever. Mm-hmm. We always got to constantly prove ourselves,
right?
You know, and that's fine because I like to prove people wrong.
Prove me wrong.
I'll prove you wrong, but no, it's just I'll prove you right. We good, but
prove to me you don't like dudes.
but we always it's
impress
you know, but as long as we. That's why we divorced right now. We were married for 2 minutes, but we divorced right now. No, but it is something that it's definitely, and you definitely get respect. I've gotten bashed, but then once I came at him, like, yo, what, you know, got the respect. It's all about respect. So,
and also too, you said that Whoopi Goldberg was your inspiration.
Yes, definitely.
What would you say to Whoopi if she was standing right here?
Okay. Well, after I fall out, pass out, somebody has to get the ambulance to revive me. If Whoopi was here, like it always gets me emotional because there's somebody I've, you know. That's why we divorced twice. I think I would just, I basically would tell her just thank you very much for everything. Yeah.
You about to cry?
Motherfucker, that's why I got this guy. I'm thinking about it.
Well, she is a legend, though. You know,
I got
women,
my glasses
she stepped
on
up for women comedians. You know,
I mean, Whoopi. You know, Whoopi to me has been such an inspiration, and even like you know, I was in the military and I did wartime, and to get me through those hard times, I would look at Whoopi Goldberg, her one woman shows, and I would look at her movies to get me through. So yeah, big thank you. You know, big inspiration to me. So yeah, hopefully I can meet. I spoke about it so much.
I'm gonna call after the show. Chill. I'm gonna get you ready.
You all know her.
Okay.
So who are your inspirations?
His inspiration is Beavis and Butthead.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Mine is Martin and Jamie Foxx.
Martin and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx, Martin, and Eddie. Jamie first because Jamie broke barriers. And Jamie just wasn't a comic. He always was just an entertainer. He had to find his niche, but as far as the improv, being silly and getting deep into character, he probably wasn't the best stand-up comedian, but he was the best. He's the best overall what he do.
For Jamie Foxx.
Dancing, singing, improv, acting.
Triple threat.
Yeah, like you can't hosting. Can't nobody like Jamie. Martin showed Jamie. Eddie didn't show them. Eddie just was like the overall king of whatever he did. Doing all them characters. So Jamie, Martin, they like, I'm still going like, yo, this I love it.
All right. 2, I do notice that you like to do imitations.
Yeah.
Can you imitate any of them?
Yo, that's good. That's good.
A lot of people can't do Eddie.
You can't do Eddie. I ain't never seen that. That's a good one, especially his laugh.
Eddie can do something in any movie and you could be mad. You could be about to shoot Eddie. Give me your damn money. What you laughing at? Eddie just.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good, bro.
He does a lot of invitations. I noticed. He's dancing and everything.
It's good,
you know what?
man.
I'm not your typical stand-up comedian, and my friends know that. Other comics may not even probably book me on the show because I can't do the 15, 20. But I had to learn that, accept that I'm like a Cedric entertainer. I'm a sing, dance. I'll give you a little story here, but I'm a fulfill that 10 minutes.
Haas is Sammy Davis.
Sammy.
There you go.
That guy is Sammy Davis, man. I gotta do it all.
I can't. I used to run away from that.
I ever ran across.
I used to run away from that because somebody might go up and be funny all 10 minutes. I used to try to do it, but everybody not the same. I had to stick to being me. You're silly. Martin is silly, and he was a great host. So I had to find my way. So it's on now. It's still room to grow. There's always room to grow.
So what about you for inspirations? Who are your inspirations?
Richard Pryor, my father.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Your father?
Yeah.
Who's
my father's just my father.
Who's your father?
Yeah. I mean, they both are the realest people. Rich as far as comedy, you know, bringing reality to the stage, you know, being able to talk about drugs and his life. You know, I talk about my life. I'm very candid on stage. I let it all out. I don't really hold anything back. So that's what makes me different from the rest. And my father was just a cool dude. He talked real slow, so I think my delivery and my style on the stage is kind of like my father. I'm not really animated. I ain't gonna dance around. I probably won't take more than 2 steps on that stage because I be cooking all the time. So,
I would just like to follow up with Richard Pryor being inspiration. Besides Whoopi Goldberg, Richard Pryor myself, because when people see me and I get on stage. And I think with all of us, I'm very like this, and I'm very animated, and I curse a lot. Not because I feel like it's gonna be funny. You already cursed
about 20 times on this show.
You know, fuck you. That's because I like to do shit like that. That's what I do. No, but Richard Pryor, and I curse not because I want to. It just comes out, but it's me. It's what I feel. Right. So when I'm on stage, just like he says. He does his certain things. Like he said, he would try to run, but he does his dance, and he says, no, I'm like this. Everybody's different, and a lot of times comedians think you're supposed to just stand there and do this. Sometimes you can intimidate other comedians when you're doing different stuff or doing, imitations or dancing or doing crazy stuff. And it could be intimidating other comedians. But what you gotta be is comfortable in your skin. And I know with me, when people see me up there, they always ask, did you drink before you came on? I mean, real funny, but did you? No, I'm just being me. I don't want to just stand there and be like, so today, no, I'm gonna that's me, because I have to be like that. So as I was saying, Richard Pryor also was an inspiration for me as well, because he didn't care. And
then you were talking about being creative and being original, and how you notice that a lot of times in the industry, people bandwagon, and you feel, elaborate on that.
I feel like, especially with social media being as popular as it is, everybody gets on the bandwagon, the trend. What's the latest trend? And I mean trend like as far as like if somebody's doing skits a certain way, everybody's gonna do the skit a certain way. No, you don't need to be. I feel like your creativity is your creativity, and it will show. Just because I don't have 1 million followers, or I'm not doing the exact same skit style that somebody else is doing that's getting a lot of followers, does not mean I'm not creative. Right. I'm gonna be creative when I feel like being creative. It's like, but I'm not gonna be a trend. I don't want to be just a trend person. Trends come and go. Right. Okay. What never dies is people who have real talent. I mean, people have memes of Eddie Murphy from Coming to America that's still popular. That's what I'm talking about. If you're going to set something and do something creatively, do something, to be a trend setter. Right. Do not be a follower.
Even when it comes to real art, like painting, you got artists whose work is imitated, but it's not really, I guess, premeditated. Like it just happens. Like I see a lot of comedians kind of like laugh like Kevin Hart, or actions are like Kevin Hart. I guess because they just see Kevin Hart. If you watch a certain comic, then you kind of just adapt to their style a little bit more. But at the end of the day, you gotta be original.
Right, I think that's how you get discovered.
Right.
Originality.
Yes.
If you like someone else, then what do they need 2 of those people for?
Really?
Right.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But in closing, is there anything that you guys want to add to your or say to your followers or people? Is there any thoughts there?
My advice to followers and people out there is that be yourself. You know, there's gonna be a bunch of people that's never gonna like you, never like your stuff, but always
everybody likes me.
I don't like you. That's why we divorced 3 times.
But you like me at one point.
3 times. Mm-hmm. 3. No, definitely be yourself, and don't worry about who's following you, who's not following, how many followers you got, because you'll be depressed all day. Trust me, if I could not be on social media, I would not. Be someone who sets an example for other people. Be creative, because you know what? You're going to get people who don't want to look at nothing that you've done. You're going to get people that say no. But it's always, if you keep going, it's always going to be that one yes. And as long as you believe in yourself and get that one yes, that's all it takes.
Yeah. Eventually somebody's going to say yes.
Somebody's going to see it. And you know, be that person who's somebody wants to follow. And trust me, people, even though people ain't liking your stuff, people are looking out there. People are seeing you. Mm-hmm. People are seeing you. Trust me. You know,
my advice, just don't worry about what other people doing.
Yeah, definitely.
If like this entertainment business and like what the comedy is, it's beyond music. It's beyond cutthroat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about, you gonna get what you the more you put in it is what you get out of it. Because people worry about why they ain't. Family said, why you want to cheat yourself and not go through it? You got to go through it to get there. And when you get it, you want to appreciate it. Right. And when I get up every day, I don't even get on social media. I check my email. I respond to my email. I'll probably check social media at 1 o'clock because I did what I need to do.
Well, that's smart. Stay focused.
People will get up and look at social media. Yeah. That will take away from what you need to do in 10 minutes.
There you go.
Well,
that's some great advice.
I want to look at social media when I take a doodle.
But we ain't talking about you looking at booty pictures.
Like
on social media.
To really stop worrying about, because social media can have you looking at what everybody else doing.
Right.
It can get to you sometimes.
Yes, it can. Yes, it
can.
Do
you first in the morning. Always pray. And if you love what you're doing, don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. That's just as simple as it is.
And I think I want to add some advice too, if you guys don't mind.
Okay.
But just to keep pushing, no matter how things pan out. Yeah. Because I feel like when you get close to your destiny, things happen. Obstacles get in the way. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Let me tell you, when I started doing this, like it seemed like even this morning, everything that bad that could happen happened. I was trying to pull up the zipper to my boot and I felt like I almost broke my wrist. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
And then it was just like, I was just so, everything happened. It was an emergency rise. But then that's when you know you're getting closer to your breakthrough. Yeah. Yep. Because I think the enemy comes against you, but you just gotta know, can't look at it like, oh, this is not meant for me. Look at it that this is meant for me, and something out there doesn't want me to be the person who I am, be that, the person who God put me here to be. So I feel like if you're that person and you're in that situation, just keep pushing, and you'll get there.
Yeah, definitely.
One little quick thing too, sorry. You don't always gotta put and tell and promote what you're doing.
There you go.
Soon.
There you go. Just do it.
Denzel said it.
Yes.
You don't gotta let them know what's going on. Mm-hmm. They gonna see it. The right people gonna see it. Coming soon. You can look at my website, everything. I don't put that. I'll put it out when it's done.
Yep.
Because you know why? If it don't get done, the people who gonna be hoping, oh word, CJ got that coming out. When it don't, what happened? Mm-hmm. Yep. That's your fault because you telling the wrong people. Half of the people who going wish you luck on social media is the ones that's waiting for that not to happen.
Right. Mm-hmm. And just one more thing. When we end this thing, I just want to say, because I want to say rest in power, CC.
Okay.
Give a shout out. Rest in power, CC.
There you go.
Rest in power.
Rest in peace, Toys R Us.
I ain't never even went. That Rest in Peace Toys R Us was dead before my mom never let me go in there.
Toys R Us went out of business. Right. Amazon did, they thug did.
I know, we still keep
Thanks for visiting, guys. Thanks for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you too.
And keep on checking the SOR Boss Women Inc. channel for new guests, see who's popping in the industry, tips, and trending topics. See you later. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.
So shine bright.